Set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Rockets, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. Screen by Capella. Tucker the pass to Capella. McGee with the block. Now Ingram. McGee sets the pick for Ingram. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Capella. Ball against Rondo. Screen by Capella. Now here's Ennis. He's tightly guarded. Capella kicks it to Tucker. Just 4 to shoot. Paul from deep three-point land. Off target from outside.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter. And after the Lakers landed LeBron, the talk was about if they would add Kawhi Leonard as well. Ultimately, it didn't happen. Lakers want to keep their young guns in the end. And LeBron has said he felt that the team was ready without Kawhi and came to the Lakers because of that youthful core they had in place.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Rondo.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
And Rondo drops them both.
You take a look at the Rockets offense and they've become lean and mean. Very few mid-range shots, no long twos. It's all threes and points in the paint. They keep their menu tight and it works for them.
Capella, the pass to Ennis. There's the pick. Paul outside. It's stolen by Rondo. The drive by James.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's driving inside, he's looking for the punch.
A slow start here for Houston in this one. Still without a basket in the game. Screen by Capella. Here's Tucker. McGee with the block. To the inside. And James throws it down.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Rockets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. You talked about the Rockets' focus offensively. It's all on Harden and Chris Paul.
Yeah, they're the main shot creators for that offense. Everybody else better be happy spotting up, setting picks and rolling, and scoring in transition. The Beard and CP are going to have the ball in their hands most of the time.
Rondo kicks to James. To the middle. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And looking deeper at some postseason numbers, here's a look at the distribution of 3-point and 2-point shot attempts for the Rockets.
Guys, they're a tough team to peg. You see that chart. You know, shots coming from all different areas. They do a great job of allowing the ball to determine where the shot's going to come from.
Got it. Good job in the low post. LeBron's got 6 points.
An almost perfect start to this game. 4 for 5. They're rolling.
Pass to Ennis. At the top of the key, Capella. Stolen by McGee. Here's Ingram. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Ingram's got his first 2 points of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
That's a 2 from Paul. Another miss by Houston.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately, they came up empty.
LeBron can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 10. Paul outside. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And looking at some numbers for Chris Paul. Great showing for him last season. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Harden. And that one is good.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
McGee a screen. For 3, Ingram. And Capella sends it back. Lob pass to Capella. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Down low. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Drains the three-pointer. Caldwell Pope's got himself on the board with 3 there. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Capella. Coming off a terrific season. First in field goal percentage. Second in blocks. And he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Rockets trail by 8.
And the 6'11" Clint Capella, just a phenomenal athlete. The mobility at that center spot is something really so crucial in today's game where every team is looking to expose big men on the perimeter.
Just 5 on the clock. Rondo with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. And it's good. 2 points.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Paul kicks to Harden. And Tucker has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Capella with a screen on James. Here's Tucker. It's not going to go for him. And the Lakers going the other way now. And Capella grew up in Switzerland playing soccer. A striker. Part of why he's so quick on his feet.
I mean, reminiscent of another soccer-playing center in Rockets history, the great Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Capella, you know, he's a long way from that, but anchoring a 60-win team at age 23, that's one heck of a start.
For Los Angeles, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he knocks down the first one.
And the leadership James brings to this team is incredibly valuable. When things get tight, they look to the king to provide for them.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Rockets. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And, Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron, one of the best to ever play the game?
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
You know, Capella does a nice job maintaining his focus on the offensive end. He doesn't get a ton of touches, but whenever he gets a clean look at the rim, he takes advantage of it.
Ingram passes to McGee. Back to Ingram. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Some changes for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Ingram. Josh Hart comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Rajon Rondo. And a change for the Rockets. Gordon's checked in for Clint Capella. Timeout called, the Rockets. You're always looking for guys with confidence. But then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their talent level. There are guys that can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right. And it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
Here's Paul. He sinks the 11-footer.
You know, I don't care how tight you play him. It's very hard to keep Paul from knocking that shot down. His in-between game is lethal.
Now here's LeBron. 10 points for him. And there's the pass to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Tipped away. Tucker with the ball. McGee's there. 4 on the shot clock. And it's in there. Tucker's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, you know, we've seen Tucker extend his range over the years, but it's still not that extended. I mean, this in-between area is probably more his natural comfort zone.
James, the pass to McGee. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
And that Unleashed Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And it's Gordon missing.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Beasley comes in for JaVale McGee. Lance Stevenson subbed in for James. Houston also making some changes. Nene comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Green in for James Harden. And here is Los Angeles now, leading by 12. Ball, the pass to Kuzma. On the wing, Stevenson. 6 to shoot. Over Paul. It's rebounded by Houston.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Kicks it out to Gordon. The 3. Beasley with the rebound. Lakers leading by 12. To the middle. Up top, Kuzma. Covered by Anthony. Ball, the pass to Beasley. Here's Hart. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Beasley the screen. Here's Kuzma. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You know, for such a young player, Kuzma has a tremendous amount of confidence and seems to be comfortable no matter where he is and what the circumstance is.
Nene, the screen, and it's Green with the jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Here's Kuzma. Good work defensively by Anthony.
That's exactly how you want to play it defensively, Kevin. I mean, getting a hand up to distract and bother the shooter, not easy to stop somebody this deep inside.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Ball against ball. 1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. From 13, another miss by Kuzma.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
To the paint. Ball against Paul. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Paul's got his third basket of the night right there. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Beasley sets a screen for Ball. Kuzma sets a screen to the paint. Here's Hart. And the rebound goes to Nene.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Anthony with the bucket.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Kuzma inside. Anthony on him. Kuzma with a screen on Paul. And again, the Lakers no good. And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now the Rockets with it. Good momentum, 8 straight points. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Green with the ball. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Kicks it to Paul. Shoots over Ball.
And Ball showing you a little nasty there on defense, Kevin. Showing you some of that sandpaper grit.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D. Wade have all really got really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness to come away with those steals.
Hart is out there with Ball. Then there's Beasley. Then it's Lance Stevenson. And it's Kuzma in at the power forward position. That's the Laker 5. Pass to Beasley. Here's Hart, defended by Paul. 5 on the clock. Beasley the screen. Jumper off the screen. Rebound by Anthony. Rockets trail by 6. Paul outside. And it's Chris in the corner. That 3 off the mark. And for the Lakers, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far.
And, you know, I think if you're a Lakers fan, you've got to be excited about this young core. I mean, had a fantastic draft in 2017 and got really good building block players in Ball, Kuzma, and Hart.
Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for that matchup with the Blazers, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
And stolen by Kuzma. And now ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, you've got to be attentive around Kuzma. You can't be casual. He's excellent at gambling appropriately and coming away with steals.
And Clark, to that 2017 draft group, you add Ingram. Great for this franchise.
And you consider the Lakers lost a pick last year and almost lost another one the year before, Kevin. I think they've done a good job finding talent late in the draft.
Me too. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Paul kicks to Chris. Back to Paul. There's a screen by Chris. And it's Paul penetrating. And it goes for the fifth time in 10 shots for him this game.
Love the burst to the hoop that Chris Paul has. If you're not on your toes, he will give you the blow-by and make you look bad.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards, I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Beasley. Brandon Ingram comes in for Lance Stevenson. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Josh Hart. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo Pete, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
Clock is at 3. Caldwell-Pope for 3.
Like the scrappiness of Gordon on defense there. I mean, a solid defender who stays right with his man. Guys, he has been a major factor, big time, outstanding at getting quality looks and knocking them down.
Screen by Capella. Off the screen, Anthony. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Passes it to Kuzma. He kicks to Ingram. Rondo against Paul. Kuzma passes to Rondo. McGee a screen. From deep three-point range. Good work defensively by Capella.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line. Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
And McGee kicks to Rondo. McGee a screen. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Gordon against Caldwell-Pope to the paint. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Lakers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. And then for Houston, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chris. James Ennis comes in for Anthony. And James Harden subbed in for Eric Gordon. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, the shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
He had a nice open look right there. Ingram's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. Paul against Rondo. Harden dishes to Paul. Back to Harden. Rondo with the steal. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. And a look here at the shot chart for Paul.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
Harden gets the bucket.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
LeBron kicks to Ingram. Over Ennis. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden right side from downtown, and another three for Houston.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Ingram passes to McGee. Back to Ingram. Over Ennis, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
How crazy is Ingram? How ridiculous is Ingram? I mean, just toying with the defense with his ball handling skill.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
You know, in recent years, the Rockets have not lacked for critics. I mean, they're a jump shooting team. They're a bean counting front office. A coach whose teams don't defend. Last season, I think, silenced a lot of those critics.
Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. LeBron James second. James Harden third.
And really two terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. Two shots coming up. And Clark, it all seemed to come together for the Rockets last season. What was the key in your estimation?
I think you've got to look right at the addition of Chris Paul, reducing the workload on James Harden, more defensive-minded wings, also the development of Clint Capella. When you factor those things in, you get 65 wins during the regular season for the Rockets.
That free throw, no good.
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
Good on the second free throw.
And, you know, one of the things you admire most about Clint Capella is that he plays to his strengths. He doesn't do stuff that he can't do. An athletic big man who, in that way, is similar to DeAndre Jordan.
And James gets it to go.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Harden against Caldwell Pope. Back to Paul. Takes a three. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 18 points for Chris Paul.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Caldwell Pope with it, and it's Harden picking him up. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Rockets trail by 11. Harden sets the pick for Paul. Goes up the baseline. Here's Capella. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
Harden against Caldwell Pope. Pass to James. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Harden kicks to Paul, and it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, Clark, some G League salaries on the rise due to two-way contracts.
Yeah, and I think some of it is a function, Kevin, of the league's prosperity and success as revenues continue to grow. But I don't think it's a handout. I mean, when these guys get called up to the NBA, they've got to continue to be ready to produce and contribute, because at the end of the day, it's about production if you're going to make your way into the NBA.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Down low, stolen by Tucker. Here is Harden. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New Orleans. Kicks it out to Paul. 4 on the clock. Over Rondo. And too long on the shot.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Harden against Caldwell Pope. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from James Harden.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, in case anybody doubted it, the Lakers are still a premier destination for free agents. I mean, L.A. is L.A. Historically, the Lakers have done a good job making the most of the attraction of playing in L.A.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Lakers. Lonzo Ball comes in for Rajon Rondo. And a switch here also for Houston. Green's checked in. And so it's the Lakers with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's LeBron. Lays it up and banks it in. James has got 18 points in the game. And the Lakers will seemingly always be a player in free agency.
Well, I think a big part of it is the appeal of the city and the glamour that comes with being in L.A., and not to mention the historical greatness of the franchise. I mean, the Lakers are a unique organization, not just in the NBA, but I think in all of sports.
And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018, and Clark, well deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year. Two.
The first one falls.
You know, James Harden, the leading isolation scorer in the league for the last 3 years plus. He's taken it to a whole new level, almost 12 points a game in isolation in 2018. And his efficiency, the best in the game, is off the charts.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for the Lakers. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's interesting, isn't it? Isolation, one-on-one basketball has lost favor league-wide, but Harden flips that logic on its head.
Yeah, it can still be a little frustrating to watch at times, Kevin, but it reminds me a bit of the way that Steph Curry changed the definition of a good shot. His deep range and marksmanship from long distance. Now more and more players are shooting it from that deep. Harden is changing the definition of a good possession because he's just so talented at making the toughest shots look easy.
And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Harden, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
That one is off. And you look at James Harden, Coach Mike D'Antoni, and the Rocket front office. It really does seem like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think the alignment of the front office and coaching staff really in harmony. And a star in Harden who's the best in the world at delivering in that system. Chris Paul part of the mix too. That's a pretty good fit, it looks like to me.
He hits the second from the line.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Anthony against Stevenson. 1:37 left in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Nene. Anthony against Stevenson. Anthony, the pass to Tucker. Nene, the screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on LeBron James. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, second-round pick back at 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
2 shots.
That's good from Tucker.
And, you know, P.J. Tucker drafted back in 2006. Wow, that's a dozen years ago already. But, you know, he spent a handful of seasons in Europe early on refining his game. A good move for him. Came back with a three-point shot that's become the foundation of his offensive arsenal.
And P.J. Tucker, a 6'6" player, a combo forward, really versatile.
You know, in some ways that used to be a backhanded compliment, but his combination of strength and quickness and his rebounding ability I mean, this guy is tenacious at chasing down loose pumpkins and plays defensively either forward position quite strongly. So a lot of value from P.J. Tucker.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And he makes the first. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays, as this is a team that is looking to win now.
Well, most figured Melo would go to the Rockets after the buyout trade to Atlanta last summer. He's playing for a coach he used to butt heads with in New York with Mike D'Antoni. Melo has some proving to do this year, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not.
Here's Harden, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Lakers leading by 13. Kuzma kicks to Stevenson. Inside. LeBron's shot is good. James has got 12 now in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Harden against Ball. Now, here is Harden. He's covered closely. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 22 points, 3 steals, and 4 assists. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
I like the way LeBron was utilized in the first half. They played to all the strengths, of which there are so many to count. But there's an art to putting him in the best position to execute. I thought Coach did a great job of that.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Taking a look at the Rockets, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Ennis out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Capella in at the 5. Here's Paul, and it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Caldwell Pope with a wide-open look. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 5 assists tonight. Rockets trail by 15. To the inside. And the dunk by Capella.
He's a high percentage scorer for a reason now. Capella, an alley-oop specialist.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. 9 points for Brandon Ingram.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Harden the pass to Capella. Paul outside. Capella with a screen on run. Paul, McGee with the block. But they'll get another chance. 2 on the clock. Here's Ennis. Offensive rebound. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 9.
Good concentration that time by Capella.
Lakers leading by 13. Rondo kicks to James. Shoots over Tucker. Again, the Lakers.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Screen by Capella. Harden dishes to Capella. Back to Harden. And no good that time. Great D that time from LeBron. Ingram wide open. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Paul. Drills the baseline jumper. Paul's got 20 points.
Paul's been on attack all night, and he's capable of taking over games with his scoring. We know about his passing, but he can get it done with the scoring, too.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
The Lakers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
One shot.
The free throw off from McGee.
Well, you know, one of the things about Mike D'Antoni is that he's an excellent offensive mind, but he gives his players so much confidence. His defensive reputation is not as strong, but with the Rockets last season, they actually were a lockdown team at times. D'Antoni answering those critics about not being a defensive-minded coach.
And here is Los Angeles now. Los Angeles leading by 17. LeBron passes to Ingram. Lakers passing it around. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the rejection by James. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure. The Rockets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Free throw good, James Harden. And D'Antoni back in the catbird seat after some difficult seasons with the Knicks and the Lakers.
Yeah, I love Mike D'Antoni. Love how he comments and interacts with the media and how he handles his team. He's got a team committed to shooting the long ball, and he gives his players a lot of freedom and confidence.
5 to shoot. Off the pick, Caldwell Pope shoots, and he knocks down the jumper. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Screen by Capella. Paul goes in over Rondo, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Paul's got 4 this quarter. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
And the Lakers have possession. Los Angeles leading by 14. Rondo kicks to LeBron. Shoots over Tucker. And that one comes up a bit short.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Let's go. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Tucker's got his second bucket of the game to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. The pass to LeBron. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. McGee a screen. Back to LeBron. Got it. Good job in the low post. James has got 26.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
That's tipped. And here's Ennis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Dishes it to Paul. Capella, the pass to Paul. Shot clock at 5. And here's Harden for 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Lakers leading by 9. Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. McGee sets the pick for Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope against Harden. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Houston. Anthony comes in for Ennis. Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. James in the post. Covered by Chris. And James gets it to go. And the Rockets with possession here. 11-point game. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Paul passes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
LeBron kicks to Ingram. Over Anthony. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And a look at the locations on the floor where he's been shooting the ball.
And this is the kind of performance that everyone talks about seeing in person. The way he's attacked the defense with no hesitation. The tough shots he's taken and made, just a masterpiece. When he gets it going, he can put up some big numbers.
Lakers working the ball around now. Ingram passes to James. Ball against Rondo. Poked away. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Lakers with some changes. And Stevenson's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Josh Hart comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Rajon Rondo. Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Chris Paul. Now Anthony. He's got 6. Over Stevenson. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 7 on the bucket from Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
There's the screen. Kuzma with the screen for James. Off the screen, and Kuzma slams it in.
All Kuzma needs is a little separation, and he's good to go. Very agile in operating in the pick and roll.
Rockets trail by 9. Well, LeBron making one of the biggest splashes over the summer, signing with the Lakers, and Greg, it happened pretty fast.
And the Lakers front office have been recruiting LeBron hard. LeBron talked with Kobe about his time with the organization and what to expect before making his decision. Kobe's words seem to be a big factor for LeBron. Once again, the Mamba doing everything he can to help the Lakers.
Lakers leading by 7. Kuzma sets a screen, and Stevenson kicks to James. Inside, here's Kuzma, and Kuzma slams it in.
Put that throttle down. Love seeing Kuzma on offense play with so much confidence.
Anthony, the pass to Gordon. There's a screen by Chris. Here's the floater, and it's laid in by Gordon.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's LeBron. Again, the Lakers.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Harden kicks to Chris. There's a screen by Chris. Here's Anthony. And the shot is long. The Lakers in the lead. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Boy, Kuzma superb at finding space along the perimeter and shooting the ball with confidence. And he's got great range, too.
Harden the pass to Chris. Outside Anthony. And he banks in the layup. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And James gets it to go.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Chris kicks to Harden. Offline with his 3.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Sent back. They retain possession. Kuzma with the screen for Stevenson. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. Nene, he's checked in for Marquise Chris. Pass to Hart. This one for 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Rockets trail by 15. Harden the pass to Nene. Outside, Green. Harden kicks to Anthony.
Gordon.
Nene with the screen on Kuzma. Anthony, great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Anthony's got 12.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Passes it to James. Over Nene. James, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Harden's shot is good.
And, you know, if you give Harden daylight to shoot from the mid-range, he'll take it. Can't give him any room, mid-range or 3, but mostly mid-range.
Hart the pass to James. Shoots a fader. Rockets with the rebound. Anthony's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And the lead is down inside single digits. He's got 14.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Kuzma with the screen for James. To the middle. Here's Ball. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Man, I like Ball's fantastic body control there. Really hard to knock him off balance. He's really quite good at converting shots through contact for such a young player.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Stevenson and LeBron, the veteran forward pair. Lonzo Ball out there with Hart. And it's Kuzma in at the center position. That's the Laker 5. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
And really all game long, they've been able to excel with their post game, just dominating on the low block.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close range points. You got to have those.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, and mostly his offense stands out. But you know what, Clark? He is a strong defensive player as well.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's got a nice combination, Kevin, of strength and length, which allows him to stay in front and disrupt opposing players. Really good instincts on and off the ball, which I think is why he's able to come up with blocks and steals from his position. I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he is at the defensive end.
Count the basket.
And James makes scoring look so effortless. Once he kicks it into gear, there's not much you can do to stop it.
Anthony with the screen on Ball. Out to the right wing. And Tucker kicks to Anthony. Nene, the screen. The shot by Anthony, no good. Lakers leading by 17 to the inside. Anthony with the block. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. It's good from Gordon on the assist by Anthony.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Ball kicks to Hart. They set the pick. Got a piece of it. Just 5 on the clock. Here's James. From down in the low post, it goes. LeBron's got 14 points now in the second half.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Tucker, the pass to Carmelo. Nene with the screen on Stevenson. And Carmelo Anthony hits from deep.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Goodness. Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Ingram comes in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Hart.
One shot, behind the lanes.
Now here's Gordon. Outside Anthony. Gordon a screen. Lob pass to Capella. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
You know, we're used to seeing this kind of efficiency from Capella, but he's scoring with volume, too. That's impressive.
Caldwell Pope outside. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to ball. Here's Ingram. The shot off that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Caldwell Pope against Gordon. He kicks it to Paul. Outside Anthony. Down low. Here's Tucker. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And the Lakers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Ingram with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the dunk by James.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 6 points for Eric Gordon. Lakers leading by 15. And they double up LeBron. Poke loose. Ingram outside. Down low. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Anthony against Ingram. Capella with a screen on Ingram. And that one's good, Anthony.
And Melo, a skilled shooter. If he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
And they double up LeBron. Caldwell Pope against Gordon. McGee sets the pick for Caldwell Pope. And it's Houston on the break. Paul's running. Pass to Gordon. Paul outside. Anthony up on top. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 21 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Rockets with possession here. Rockets trail by 13. Screen by Capella. Anthony dishes to Paul. Capella with a screen on Rondo. He used that pick to get in close. Paul's got 24 points.
Well, it would be fun to check the number of points that Paul has generated running the pick and roll throughout his career. It's such a reliable play for him because he's so good at reading the defense.
Caldwell Pope with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. 6 on the shot clock. McGee a screen. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Gordon. Launches a 3. The Lakers with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. And, you know, you look at Brandon Ingram, and he made some big steps last year in his development. And it takes time. You've got to give young guys, I think, 4 to 6 years before you know how good they can be and who they're going to be. He took on more of the offensive load for the team and had some big-time games. I think he's learning to be the scorer that the team hoped he would be when they took him second overall.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And with Ingram, it hasn't all been smooth sailing as he becomes the scorer the team wants him to be.
But I think the potential is there, Kevin. He's shown you flashes now. The key is, can he improve his efficiency? And that just comes with shot selection, understanding where and how to get your best shot. You know, defenses are starting to make him a bullet point in the scouting report. Still, if you're a fan of his, I think you've got to love his potential, and I am a fan of his. I think this guy can be a lethal scorer.
Here's Anthony, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Anthony. As many expected him to, Carmelo Anthony choosing to opt into his contract, but his stay in Oklahoma City still came to an end.
You know, it was pretty clear that Melo and the team just didn't mesh. OKC made the choice to let him go and save on the luxury tax. Melo might not be worth max money anymore, but he could still be a factor with this team.
Lakers leading by 10. They set the screen. Ingram kicks to McGee. Caldwell Pope with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Ingram outside. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. McGee. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
Rockets trail by 13. Anthony sets the pick for Paul. Now here's Tucker, covered by LeBron. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Ennis is checked in. Stolen by Tucker. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen by McGee. Rondo passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's the screen. Here's Ingram. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Lakers lead by 13. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. To the paint, here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him. You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
Free throw good, James Harden. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers, they stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being the perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Caldwell Pope. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I think it's important that Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
Here's Ball, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
That's good from Ball.
Wasn't the easiest of rookie years last season for Lonzo Ball. Came in with a lot of hype and high expectations. Yet, you've got to keep big picture in mind. Overall, a solid start to his career, and he showed why he is viewed as such a promising prospect. Can't give up on this kid yet.
Here's Paul. The Rockets again can't hit.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. Back to Caldwell Pope. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. The shot's good from McGee. And Clark, of course, with Ball. So much attention is paid to him because of all these outside distractions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he came in with a huge amount of scrutiny. Played at UCLA from California, highly touted. Quite impressive that he handled himself the way he did with that kind of media scrutiny. He's got the ability, though, I think, to be an outstanding playmaker as he develops in this league.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And they double up LeBron. Got a piece of it. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 45 points.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out. He's doing it.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
They throw good, James Harden. Harden hits them both.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Ball kicks to James. And the wide open shot from Paul. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
I think this is Paul at his best. Has one of the nastiest pull-up jumpers in the game.
And they double up James. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. .130 left in the fourth quarter. Caldwell Pope against Harden. Over Caldwell Pope. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from James Harden.
They have Harden played the right way there. Aren't giving him any space, but his focus is so good. He just doesn't let the defense bother him.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9.
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. I mean, with his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, this is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
Both good from the line that time.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
To the inside. And the rejection by James.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Lakers.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Fred. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from LeBron.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Good on both. And here are the Rockets now, down by 12. To the wing right side.
Who's watching here?
Paul passes to Gordon. Count that bucket.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
He gets that one.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
11 feet away. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 32 points.
And, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Caldwell Pope, and again it's the Lakers.
You got to give respect to Caldwell Pope's mid-range jump shot. He's got the green light to take this shot, and that green light is always on.
And the dunk by Capella.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Ball with it. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean